Mary Jane Watson is first introduced by Aunt May when she reveals she's arranged a blind date for Peter with a niece of their neighbor Anna Watson. Peter tries to brush it off, but May insists MJ would love to meet him and that he needs to start thinking about his future, even finding someone to marry. Since Peter is already seeing Betty Brant and assumes Mary Jane must be unattractive, he's secretly thrilled to learn that she has a headache and canceled the date. Months later, as Spider-Man is out fighting one of Smythe's robots, Mary Jane visits Aunt May's home to finally meet Peter. Coincidentally, both Liz Allen and Betty Brant also show up to see him, only to find Mary Jane there. They're shocked Peter could have such a beautiful friend, saying she looks like a screen star. Both Liz and Betty then leave sulking, as if their chances with Peter are now over. Still occupied with his heroic duties, Peter remains absent, so Mary Jane eventually leaves May's house, promising to return another time. As she departs, Flash Thompson is passing by and does a double take, thinking, wow, who's that chick? More months pass, and Peter begins college. During that time, Mary Jane visits the Parker residence a second time, but Peter is away once again as Spider-Man. Peter returns home just as Mary Jane is leaving, and despite Aunt May's efforts to rush him to the front, they are too late for an introduction. In the meantime, Peter meets Gwen Stacy and begins to fall for her. However, he returns home one day to find that Anna Watson is over for a visit, and she invites them to Sunday dinner to finally meet Mary Jane. Once again reluctant, Peter thinks he better just get it over with. The next morning, Peter thinks to himself, she may not be as bad as I expect. She'll probably be worse. Peter's thoughts drift to Gwen while waiting for Mary Jane to arrive, and finally the doorbell rings. He opens the door and is stunned. You mean, that's Mary Jane? MJ smirks at Peter's remark. Face it, Tiger. You just hit the jackpot. Love at first sight. Peter barely touches his food at the dinner table and barely responds to questions from his aunt. MJ had Peter utterly enraptured, and he couldn't believe that this was the girl he had been avoiding all this time. After dinner, MJ suggests they see what's on TV and get to know each other over commercials. Following Mary Jane to the living room, Peter then asks her what she does with herself when she's not driving helpless males out of their minds. In response, MJ compliments Peter's boldness, saying she was afraid he'd be the shy type, and then answers that she spends most of her time taking drama lessons, to which Peter asks, "Oh, you plan to be an actress?" MJ playfully retorts back, "I am an actress. It's just a matter of time till this big blind bouncy world discovers that fabulous fact. Come on, Petey, they're playing our song." As MJ dances, Peter thinks, she makes everything seem like a party, but the song is interrupted by breaking news on the Rhino. Fortunately, it's MJ who suggests they go see the Rhino in person, making Peter think to himself, now that's the kind of girlfriend a busy Spider-Man needs. Soon the happy pair are off on Peter's new cycle. After arriving, Peter tells MJ to stay put, claiming he needs to go take photos, to which she replies, "Tell him to say cheese, Petey." As Peter takes on Rhino, MJ watches Spider-Man excitedly, declaring how dreamy he is. Peter returns and, seeing MJ in good spirits, asks her for another date the next day, to which she agrees. Then Peter drops MJ off at her apartment, wishing he had his own place like she does. Unfortunately, that evening, with Aunt May suddenly ill, Peter must cancel the next evening's date with Mary Jane, to which she casually responds that it's okay, and she'll keep a stiff upper lip until he calls her again. Taken off guard by her carefree tone, and wondering if she just wasn't that into him, Peter thinks to himself, it sounds like she couldn't care less.